Welcome to EasyFlow. In this video, we will walk through everything you need to know about debugging and monitoring your automation in EasyFlow. Let's first create a new flow with the title, Debugging and Monitoring. In the first example, let's configure a Google Sheets connector after choosing the Get Range Values option from the Operations list. Remember to set this step as a starting point. When you click Preview Results from the bottom of the Workflow Designer, you can see that Google Sheets returns the expected data. By clicking on the Execution History tab, you can view a list of logs representing the history of executions for this workflow. By clicking on the icon from the toolbar of the Workflow Designer, you will see insights about workflow executions, such as running, succeeded, failed, and aborted executions. Each workflow has a detailed and informative page. You can access it by clicking on the More Info link located to the right of the workflow's metrics. From the Workflow Details page, click on the Executions History. Then, click on one of the logs. From the Log Details page, you can see a breakdown of every step during a single execution of your workflow. This includes information on when each step was executed, what the inputs and outputs were, and any error messages that may have occurred. You can enable the debugger of any step in the Workflow Designer. By default, the responses returned by the step will not be sent to logs unless you enable the debugger. Let's try adding an additional step that produces an error. This will help us to demonstrate how to debug and solve problems. We will use the DateTime built-in connector to convert a non-date value to a date. When previewing the result, we notice it is returning an error message. By clicking on the Execution History tab, we can see that the last execution returned an alert with a failed red sign. In the execution details, we can see that the workflow failed on the DateTime step while converting the non-date value to a date. By looking at the insights, we can see that the metrics show that the workflow has failed one time. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions.